Hello, friends, and welcome to our November of 2024 astrological preview video. My name is Jenny Sellers, and I am the creator and founder of True North Empowerment. And I am so excited to share with you one of my personal favorite times of the year. Fall every year is my favorite season. We did have the fall equinox back a few weeks ago, and it just makes me so happy fall every month. And here's why. Fall is when we step into Scorpio season. Currently, as we're recording this video, we are still in Libra season, but the sun will move into Scorpio on October 22nd. And this is, again, my personal favorite time of the year. A lot of times people get a little bit intimidated, is a good word to use as it pertains to Scorpio, because Scorpio has this realm of kind of being a little bit dark and sinister and sometimes a little sexy. And it has to do with like money and all of these kind of taboo subjects. And that's kind of the way I feel like modern astrology, or some of the things that modern astrology has attributed to Scorpio. But here's the way I see Scorpio. And it is my favorite sign of the zodiac. No shade on anybody else or any other signs. I'm a Capricorn sun, so um, I don't have any hugely strong ties to Scorpio other than the fact that Scorpio is my moon sign. So there is that. But Scorpio is my favorite sign of the zodiac because it serves as, I guess the word to use is, it serves as the sieve that we get to take all of the things that we've learned throughout the astrological year. So starting back in March with Aries, um, all of the time that we've walked through to get to this point each year, and all of the lessons we've learned, and all of the things we've walked through, and all of the challenges that have occurred. Scorpio is the part of the zodiac and the time of the year where we are invited to sit down, get quiet, to be introspective about what it is that we have learned through those challenges and how we can integrate what we've learned, how we can integrate the lessons that have come our way, how we can integrate the blessings that have come our way, and how we can show up for others in the world with those lessons that we've learned. All of that happens in the space of Scorpio, because what comes after Scorpio in Sagittarius, which is a portion of what we'll talk about today, is a larger worldview on what we've learned through the challenges that we've walked through. And so we can't get to Sagittarius or Capricorn or Aquarius or Pisces, which is the part of the zodiac that is full of really big ideas and how we show up in the world, how we serve others in the world, what we believe about what sits outside of the physical. All of those things that are very Sagittarian, Capricornian, Aquarian, and Piscean. We can't get to that part of the zodiac without first walking through Scorpio. And so to me, Scorpio is almost like a key that unlocks our ability to really show up in the world differently from the hardships we've walked through, to teach others what was helpful to us when we were in a similar circumstance, to figure out what it is that we need for ourselves in order to move forward, and to not stay stuck in the past. Scorpio is the time where we are invited to go introspective, to go inside and go deep inside, to go deep within and figure out how in the heck we're going to make our way through to the rest of the year. And so this is a time where in nature, we can see the leaves starting to change colors. We can see them starting to drop off the trees. Those leaves then become soil for the earth. The earth then gets to integrate that as it prepares over winter to show up in the spring. There's so much out in nature that reflects back to us the astrological zodiac and the move through time and space that is all that astrology is about. This is why this is my favorite time of the year. And yes, it is an emotional time of the year. Scorpio is the third water sign. Water is the element that is tied deeply to our emotions and the depths of those emotions. And so, Scorpio, this is why I think people get intimidated by it, because it is asking us to go inside and to go within and to figure out how in the hell we're going to make it through, right? Nobody really wants the hard bits of life, but Scorpios dive right into it. And we can't exist without some of that depth. And so this is the time where we get to actually see nature kind of playing out in front of us exactly what's happening internally. And this is such a beautiful transformation. This is the part of the journey where the caterpillar cocoons itself to prepare to become this beautiful butterfly. That's Scorpio. And this is why you can see it on my face. This is why this is the most exciting time of the year for me, because we actually get to figure out how we move forward and how we can serve others in doing so. And that's the juice that I get so excited over. So let's dive into a little bit of what we can expect here in November. And this actual Scorpio season has the propensity to be a little bit lighter in terms of the energetic heaviness that comes with this time of year than normal. And here's why. We have a lot of the personal planets that are already making their way through Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, on the other side of every fire sign in astrology, we have a fire sign. I think I said that right, but in case I didn't, on the other side of every water sign in astrology, we have a fire sign. And so as we have just walked through the depths of emotion with the water signs, it's always followed by this fire sign, which serves to inspire and motivate and take action. And so on the other side of Scorpio, we have Sagittarius. And like I said, we can't get to Sagittarius before walking through the depths of Scorpio. And so a lot of the other planets are already making their way through Sagittarius, which kind of sheds a light on Scorpio season as being a little bit lighter, a little bit more motivated, a little bit more inspired than Scorpio season usually is, where we are kind of stuck going deep within. So, what does that mean? I'll start by saying that on October 17th, Venus ended up in Sagittarius. It was the first of the planets to make its way there. So October 17th, we had that first infusion of Sagittarius energy. As a reminder, Sagittarius is the sign that is tied to things like faith, spirituality, even religion, travel, worldviews, loving and caring for your neighbors, whether they be your actual literal neighbors who live next door or the neighbors who live on the other side of the world, right? Through Sagittarius, we are invited to really take what we've learned in Scorpio, integrate it, and then serve others. And what is our belief system around all of these values and these things that um, that affect other people, that affect people other than ourselves? And I also think it's really interesting, and I'm not going to get into the political spectrum, but I do think it's very interesting that it's this time of year when we're also invited to choose a new world leader, at least here in the United States, because election season always happens in early November. Now, granted, November is still Scorpio season, but we do always have some infusion of this broader worldview and our place in the world through some of these other planets that are moving through Sagittarius. So anyway, just this Scorpio season does have the ability to be a little bit lighter and a little less heavy than a normal Scorpio season would be, because we do have some of the new personal, or not new personal, but some of the smaller planets moving through Sagittarius earlier than they might have in the past. So, like I said, Venus moves into that sign on the 17th of October, but then Mercury joins the party on the 2nd. So, new ideas, new thought creation, new idea formation around how you might want to show up in the world, around what your belief system is in faith and spirituality, and how you show up in the world. How do you want to serve the world? All of these ideas could be coming to the forefront here in early November. I did, however, already skip over on November 1st. We do have the Scorpio new moon. So, again, a time to set intentions on what it is that you want to um, bring forward with you into this last part of the zodiac, setting intentions on having a safe and comfortable walk through the internal introspection. Um, and all of this new moon energy, the setting intentions around Scorpio themes feeds directly off of eclipse season. So, what did we learn? With Scorpio's propensity to be introspective and to be inquisitive, we are asking ourselves with this new moon on November 1st, what did we learn through eclipse season in September and October? What did we learn about the Pisces lunar eclipse and the Libra solar eclipse? How did our relationships change? What energy was brought forward about how they might need to change? What intentions do we want to set for moving forward? All of that stuff. What impact did the eclipses have on you, and what intentions do you want to set on how you can integrate those lessons? That's the key. So that's basically the first and second of the month. Then on the third, Mars, who's seriously playing catch up, is like, um, so Mars is stuck back in Leo, you could say. So Mars moves into Leo on the third, and so that's this new energy around creativity and passion, which also is a large fire sign of inspiration and motivation. So we've got a lot of fire energy happening during this depth of the waters time of the year. We'll be grateful for it. Then there's a lot of other things kind of happening throughout the time until we get into mid-month. But in mid-month, around the 11th, Venus moves out of Sagittarius and gets into Capricorn. And so Venus being a planet that dictates itself around self-worth and self-value also brings a lot to our table in terms of actual, like physical monetary value. And the fact that it's moving into Capricorn on the 11th, it's a wonderful time to kind of sit back and review your finances and figure out what you want to be gifted for the path forward, how you want to make that in reality. So, what financial benefits do you need, and how can you be inspired to kind of make that happen? So, if thoughts turn towards finances on the 11th of November, just know it could be Venus moving into Capricorn. Also, where are you valued in your workplace? How are you valued in how you show up for people? Are there changes that need to be made there? On the 15th, Saturn turns direct in Pisces. So Saturn has been retrograde in Pisces since June 29th. So just know that come the 15th of November, if you end up feeling a little bit more inspired to plan for the future, if things come to you more easily than they might have in the past, Saturn turning direct oftentimes is a period for us to kind of shake off some of the cobwebs of our thought processes and really focus on how we want to move forward. So mid-month, we might feel a little bit more inspired to plan ahead for the future. Granted, Saturn is in Pisces, which is not really a place where planning occurs. So we might actually be thinking a lot about our own connection to the energy around us, because Pisces is all about the things that exist outside of the physical. But also, around the 15th, with Saturn turning direct in Pisces, we're invited to really think back through June until now about what we might have learned. So, what is that phase cycle and transition that happened at the end of June and through November 15th? So, maybe use those as bookends to figure out like what plans you might want to make for the future. And otherwise, the cool part about November is November 19th. Pluto, the planet of massive transformation and change, who has been in Capricorn since 2008, is leaving Capricorn for the final time of our lifetimes. That's right, folks. Pluto takes 20 years to make its way through a given sign, and it takes about 200 some odd years, plus or minus, to make its full way through around the zodiac. And so Pluto will never be in the sky at the same place as it was when we were born. In this way, Pluto, we will never in our lifetime see Pluto enter Capricorn ever again. And so it's been doing a dance in and out of Capricorn, where it has presided in since 2008. It has been dancing into and out of Aquarius since March of 2023. But on November 19th, Pluto will be moving into Aquarius for good. So this is a big deal. So we are being asked to close out one 20-year cycle, and we will be entering a new 20-year cycle. So Pluto in Aquarius, what does that look like? There's been a lot of thoughts on this through from astrologers all around, but Pluto is going to bring a lot of transformation and change to our technology systems, to how we utilize technology in the world. It's going to bring change to our um, mm, intercommunities, communications between our communities. And I'm talking worldwide. This is not just between, although we will see it on the local level, but Pluto is going to bring a lot of transformation and change between countries, I think. Um, it's going to bring change in how we show up for each other and how we serve others. And Aquarius is just this beautiful, very multifaceted sign. So we're likely to see a lot of change in this next 20 years. So on November 19th, just know that this is the last time um, Pluto will ever be in Capricorn, and it will be moving into Aquarius. It's a new age, so we can kind of celebrate that a little bit. Then on the 21st, the sun moves into Sagittarius, so we fully join the Sagittarius party on the 21st. And on the 25th, we are graced with another Mercury retrograde period between November 25th and December 15th. So hold on tight. Mercury retrograde is not all doom and gloom, but it can be a challenging time for communications, for just expressing ourselves clearly and openly. We're just kind of taking a back seat in the communication areas of our lives come November 25th. And that's not to say we don't have heavy conversations. We still always have to address things that pop up in our world, but just be gentle with yourself and most especially with others as you're having some of the hard conversations that will inevitably pop up during any Mercury retrograde season, because it is easy for us to misunderstand things that are coming our way, as well as for us to flub up our words a little bit with our true meanings during this time of the year. So November 25th to December 15th, just be easy on yourself and easy with others, and otherwise enjoy the Scorpio season and the Sagittarius season that will start towards the end of November. Be well, have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.